Hello. What's up, guys? Hi. Welcome to the live stream Together in Truth. Part 5, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hi. Welcome. Hope you can hear me again. What mic is actually working? I hope this is blinking. It's blinking. Hello. Who's there? Welcome, guys. Just be yourself, whatever is arising, whatever wants to be expressed, whatever is inside of you. Just be yourself. This is the room for you, for just being exactly as you are. This is the second live stream, by the way, today. I made a spontaneous one in nature today, which was kind of fun. Just didn't want to make actually one, but live wanted something different than Lukasz, and live made a live stream for 40 minutes or something. Talked about diet, nutrition. Hi, Jensen, Beach, greetings. Yeah, welcome to the live stream. How are you? Yeah. So yeah, second stream. Let's see what happens today. Curious about that. So just as an introduction, this idea of this live stream is basically the room for everything, for absolute authenticity, for every question, every impulse, every idea, whatsoever is arising whatsoever wants to be said or shared here. Just an open room for everything. For everything. This is the idea of the channel, basically, but specifically this live stream, which I do regularly. So just be yourself. Enjoy the moment that you are. And whatever is arising, just share it here in the chat. So I can respond or somebody else can respond, and we can together go and explore and enjoy, inspire, create, whatever wants to be done. Letting go of everything, letting go of absolute everything. Being yourself authentically, absolutely, with everything that is. Not excluding anything, not trying to suppress, because everything that we suppress, it might look like we are deleting it, erasing it from the surface, but when we suppress something, it will get bigger. It will accumulate itself until a point where you might think that whatever you're suppressed, it's gone, it's done, it's not there anymore. But the suppressed energy is accumulating itself, and it will find its way to express. So all about emotions, all about feelings, whatever, stories, or your concerns about whatsoever. When you don't feel it, when you don't allow it to be, when you don't just let it go so you can be seen through the light of your consciousness, it will be suppressed, it will explode in a way, and you will not feel free. You will not be the freedom that you are. So everything suppressed or ignored is like a burden that you carry unnecessary. So every pain, every emotion, whatsoever, is there to face, to let it freely flow. Going through the fear, not running away from the fear, but going through the fear and allowing the fear to come, not trying to suppress it or throw it away or whatsoever, to hide it. This is the healing. Feeling is healing. Feeling is healing. Feeling is the new thinking, yeah? Like, this is the only way. This is healing. Like, there's no body anymore to suppress anything. You allow everything to be exactly as it is. Whatever is in your system, in your body, in your chest, in your, everything wants to be expressed. The only thing you need to fear is fear itself. Yeah, just allowing the fear to be and not judging it, not being shy about it or whatsoever, because the energy is there for a reason. So just allowing it to be in the presence of the here and now is the healing, and the fear will disappear. And the freedom that you are is then obvious to itself. This is what remains when we don't suppress. It's like, imagine like, there are many metaphors, but the last one I read in a book was about when you are in the, in an ocean, water, and you play volleyball, and then you press the volleyball down into the water. You press it, it disappears from the surface of water, but the energy is like bigger, 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 and then the ball is shooting, boom, up into the air. So just the picture of the ball, the water, like just imagine everything wants to flow freely, yeah? But when you suppress it, then it's an additional energy which takes effort, and it will explode. It's like a bomb. So everybody, more or less, even the gurus, even the spiritual teachers, may suppress more or less something, yeah? But here we are to talk about that allowing it and just not identifying and just not trying to suppress it and not trying to be depressed in this sense is the freedom, that everything wants to flow freely, absolutely free. And then there's nothing more to suppress because you are the freedom itself. So even here it happens sometimes, not in a way that I carry it for months, for life, for years, or for some time. But when I catch myself on identification or something, when you just be yourself, then everything is there, it's okay. There's nobody to fight against it. And that's the freedom of releasing everything, allowing everything to be whatsoever. So you have nothing to hide, no secrets, so to say, in front of you and to others. You're absolutely free, conscious. That's the freedom that you are. Being yourself authentically, absolutely, with everything that is. So there's no suppressed energy anymore, which is seemingly making you suffer. And that's the room for that. So you have the opportunity to open yourself fully, either here, and if you like, and if you feel the resonance with me personally in a meeting or in a chat, you can write to me. We can also talk one-on-one. I give you the offer. You can check my offers if you want. So that's the idea behind all those effort here. Do you enjoy mass debating? What do you mean? Like political discussions or what? Or can you explain a little bit what do you mean with that? Yeah. Not really, not at all. Like, there's here no interest whatsoever in politics, in all this debating, because this is like left, right, and plus, minus, and there's no interest in that in any way anymore, and never has been actually. And I see some people in my environment, they are doing it, and I see how they are suffering, because the consumption of such a debating political sad, emotion loaded, and serious topics, when you consume that, then you will be like this, because this energy you are consuming, and everything that you consume you will get. So for me, there's no interest in whatsoever in politics, in debating or whatsoever. Nothing. I go for voting, that's it. Yeah, so this is a space exactly not for that. There's no debating about anything. There's no like ego, and then discussing about some topics. Here is the room to be yourself, because you are everybody and everything in your nature. So doubles, What do you mean? Okay. Step it up here, double tap your screen to like. It's free to like. Okay. Yeah. Nobody. Hi. Welcome, guys. Welcome. This live stream is about being yourself. Absolutely. Just enjoying the moment. Open yourself up. Hey, what's up? Yeah, my dialect. Yeah. I'm giving my best with the dialect, yeah. Yeah, it's just a room, just the possibility to be your authentic self and just being. And yeah, when talking is happening, then talking is happening, like the words now, but everything else can happen. But like I said, this is not a room for political debating, discussions or whatsoever. Not, absolutely not, because we are not going into separation. Here is all about oneness, about love. It's about being yourself, which is love itself, unconditional love, and love is everything that is. So you are every politician in the world. And that's why here is no interest anymore in political discussions, because I know I am everything and everybody, the whole world and universe. So why should I discuss anything or, you know, prove my meaning or my argument to anybody else? It's like separation. It's not really worth. It's not fulfilling. It's just dream. Yeah. Oh, okay. You are in a hostel or in jail? Why no likes? Yeah, like this. Come on, 8 likes, 7, 8. Everybody who is online now, like this stream. 1. Yeah, it's not really necessary, but it's nice. So I'm not here for likes or for whatsoever. I'm just here for living my passion, which is talking about our true nature, about who we really are. And this is an invitation for you guys to ask everything, whatever is the question, whatever you want to be shared. Yeah, but you know, the cosmic joke is that you are the politics. So the politics by themselves, like anybody else, they have no free will to decide and ruling the world. It just seems like that in the dream. But it's all God that you are playing all the politicians at once, and this seemingly elite, yeah, and leading, but nobody ever had any power over nobody and nothing. So this is all the dream. The purpose is just being authentic, being myself, being yourself, just yeah, very, yeah, the insight, yeah, nice that you that is for you. And this is, yeah, this is the purpose of this. Like, we are just being in truth, which means the literally word of satsang, like spiritual teachings, which means like being in truth together, being in truth, because in fact there is only truth. Yeah. Some of you may forget who you really are. And here is the room to remind yourself that you are God. Yeah. So, yeah. And I know one person specifically basically watching 2, 3, 4 hours a day, this political things. And, you know, all this negativity and all those emotions are basically seeking through the whole system and overreacting and being pessimistic about everything, only seeing the negative, thinking that the world is going to hell, that separation and control is there, and all the worst things imaginable, they are just living it. And that's very sad, but it is like it is, yeah? So I do my best work that you can reflect yourself that this is not necessary, that this is causing suffering. But if you are a politician, active politician in your profession, then beautiful, then do your job. But you have to know for yourself what is the best for you. But for me, it's like the last thing I could ever do, like follow all the political whatsoever. It happens sometimes when I hear it in the radio, in a car or something on Instagram or Facebook, but just by the way, but not actively, not consciously, because this is a negative energy and I don't let negative energy into my field and environment. So yeah, whatever you consume, whatever you get into your system, into your brain, into your mind, this will be you, representing you. So just be conscious about what you're consuming. And that's about everything. The media, the social media, the people you're around, the job that you do, the book that you read, the movie that you're watching, the newspapers that you read, the food that you eat, the water that you drink, the quality of everything will be the quality of yourself, of your appearance, your body-mind system, your mindset. Yeah. No, I studied social working and I had some part of that. But yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because whatever you consume, like I said, it's like you don't water your plant with gasoline or with Coca-Cola, yeah? You give to the plant water because this is the best for the plant. So we are a complex human body-mind system, a complex, seemingly complex appearance, where there's drinking, eating, reading, hearing, smelling, touching, thinking, yeah? So all about that is what you consume will be representing your quality of your appearance. This will be representing who you are. And if you feel healthy, if you are healthy, then you have to eat healthy food. If you want to have a good mindset, be disciplined, and maybe consume some books that are exactly on this topic, how to improve in being more disciplined or something, yeah? So there are very nice books and everything. So yeah. So I read a lot, many books here waiting for me. So I discovered this is good for me, for it just happens. So it's not like I can decide about it. It's life is playing Lukasz in that way. But just telling you guys, just sharing my seemingly experience from life, I have like 100 book recommendations. 100. I'm very curious about that, which I will begin tomorrow. Can you read it? Should be very nice. But yeah, I have like 100 book recommendations. Yeah, maybe about spirituality. Like, look, I have literally many. Yeah. It's reversed, yeah. Many books, guys. So what topic are you interested in? What is this area that you are interested in? Maybe I can share you. So books are beautiful. Like reading a novel is like literally going into a universe and combining with your universe, and then a new universe is occurring. You know. Did you read The Secret Teachings of All Ages? I don't think so. Is it The Secret? Not really, but I will check this one. Yeah. A book that I really can recommend you is Letting Go. Letting Go by David Hawkins. I write in the chat, guys. Letting Go. Letting Go by David Hawkins is a very strong book that comes to my mind now, as David Hawkins was a psychiatrist, psychologist, and spiritual teacher, and he made this specific book. It's like a Bible for awakening, let's say, where he is describing many areas of our human being, the nature of that, about emotions, about attachments, identifications, about enlightenment. And he made this beautiful scale of enlightenment, scale of consciousness, where you can really learn a lot about yourself, about others, and about life, and about yourself, because it's about yourself, knowing thyself. And this book I read during my studies, university, and I was wondering, why am I not studying this one? And I had to buy by myself. Nobody was recommending it, but life gifted it to me. And this is a very strong book I recommend to everybody. Yeah, it's a very famous book, Letting Go by David Hawkins. He has even more books. I have like 3 of them. Yeah, but so it's very nice. I can recommend it. And I can recommend it many books. But this one, Also, Neil Donald Walsh wrote many books, and this is interesting because it's not like a regular book, but Neil Donald Walsh, basically his life mission was taking a pen and writing what God is saying to him through his body mind, and he was writing down what God was telling to him, like God is you. And literally he was like a self-talk with God, which ended up in a conversation with God. It's called Conversations with God, and it's very strong. It's also reminding you on your true nature. Could be also for you. I write in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, don't think about, just buy it. Because if there is a curiosity and interest, you should buy it. Not about thinking about, just doing. Because this is the energy that is curious. This is love calling you. Buy and read it. Don't think about it. Oh, there are so many comments. Yeah, I have to look here. Sorry, guys, I just overlooked everything because I have 2 chats. But it seems like it's not working. Now, okay. Yeah. Yes, just do it. Yeah, if you like. If you have an interest, if you have a curiosity, go for it, whatever it is. Because why? It's like the childish consciousness of playing. You want to play, you are curious about something, then you should do it. Don't fall for a trap of procrastination. If you're not doing it now, you will procrastinate and you will not be yourself, which is playing the game of life. Yeah. No, there is no belief whatsoever. There is no higher power because there is no lower power. Because everything is God, everything is you, everything is love, everything is one consciousness, everything is one. Everybody here, all here, what is happening is you manifesting. We are a big family, so to say, but we are not separate from each other. This is a self-talk. We are talking to ourselves. So belief is already something which is coming out of the ego, because every belief requires separation. And there is no separation at all, because you are life itself. Can you define power? What is power? You know, in German there are words Kraft und Macht. I don't know how exactly in English how you can define that. But it doesn't matter, because who will need the definition of whatsoever if you are everything? You could say everything is intelligence, everything is God, everything is love. There is nothing else than that. But power, what is power? I should maybe read the definition in English. I'm not sure about that, because I'm not that good in English to know exactly, but we can maybe discuss it later. But power, first of all, is just a word, and the question is who is asking the question, who wants to understand something, and who needs to understand anything. Ask you this question, who is there, and find this instance that is asking the question. Don't take life too serious. We're just passing by in this life. Yeah, life is just a moment, an absolute moment, split of second, not even this, because there's no time. We are eternal life itself. We cannot die. We are not born. So, yeah, if you take it serious, you are identified with something, you have an idea of yourself. And when you take life serious, you are not playing. And we want to play, we want to have fun. And the seeming recognition that life is a game, life is play, life is effortlessly flowing energy. It's a God's game, it's godliness playing. And when you die, where you don't die because there is no death, there comes another experience. Yeah. So we cannot die. The death is the peak, highest peak of life, and it's the most beautiful experience, precious experience you will ever have. Because then you are home, which you are already here, but you are dreaming something which is called world and humanity, but then you go like you are always home, but it's just like sleeping and then another experience. Everything is possible, everything can be experienced, and the totality of who you are, godliness, God, experiences itself, so to say, in every possibility, in eternity, all the time. Yeah, you think that you will die because you identify yourself with the body, with the human, or whatsoever, because there will be no fear of death. Yeah. Yeah, if the bus hits you, yeah, the body dies, but you will remain. Like you will experience yourself in something else. Like just look to the world. Every day, 150 or 60,000 people are dying, and 150, 60,000 people are born, seemingly. Like all the new bodies, all the time, everything is new, born, death all the time, but nothing ever happens. It's just consciousness playing all these roles. Yeah. You cannot die because you are not born. That's the beauty of your nature. Yeah, this channel is about reminding yourself who you truly are. That you always are. You cannot not be what you are. So your true nature is always eternal. And this will not end because it has never begun. Remain where includes already the idea that it should be somewhere. But if you are somewhere, then again we have a separation. And this is not true. This is illusion. There is no separation. This is you here talking to yourself in all those variations of manifestation possibilities, people, animals, trees, nature. The truth is what you are. The truth is the only thing that is real. It is you. There's only truth. This is truth speaking. Yeah, nowhere is also somewhere. Yeah. Nowhere is already somewhere. It's like an opposite of somewhere, nowhere. Yeah. But there is no instance that could exist because here nobody is talking. You are talking here. Those words are coming out of that, what you are. And everything else, what is, everything, what is coming out of you. Yeah, opinion is also egoistic. Who needs an opinion? Because opinion is already like ego, and I have something. You are the existence itself. You are the existence. There is nothing but existence in manifestation of everything. This is who you are. Everything. Everybody, everything. And nothing. Simultaneously. Let me adjust the light. No. Yeah, so there is no me, there is no I. Therefore, the words are not coming out of an ego, not out of an idea or experience or whatsoever, just out of the truth that you are. Truth is manifesting as everything. There's nothing but existence itself. Godliness, God, unconditional love, whatsoever. Yeah, you are that. So, yeah. Thank you for the like. I don't know the book, but I will check this out. Who's in charge? Is it a fiction book? Non-fiction? I'm interested in book, guys. If you have recommendations of a book, write it down because I will read. If it's cool, I will check the description and I will order for sure. God is not knowing everything. God is everything. God is knowing. God is knowledge. So whatever is, you are. Whatever is, God is. There is no separation. God is what is. This words, this appearance, this chat, the video, everything. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you like the content, I do it regularly for all of you who are new here. So this will happen basically every day. Let's see, maybe not every day, but as much as I can, so we can, if you like it, how we are here together in truth, you can subscribe and like, and I will let you know about the streams. Because for me, it's the biggest passion to be here and do this. Like, yeah, we have to also be very careful because words, you know, one word could have 1,000 meanings. Yeah. So yeah, the Bible, the Bible is like the most misunderstood and most complicated book. But the funny thing is, the cosmic joke is, that what you are, that what God is your nature. So there's nothing about understanding, there's nothing about reaching any state of something, of enlightenment or of heaven. There's nothing about learning, nothing about teaching. So nothing about anything, because you are God. And basically you, as what you are, has written any books, every book in the world. So yeah. Yeah. So this is it, yeah? Let me drink. How did you create everything? Because you are everything and everybody. Everything and nothing. This is what you are. God is always, because this is the only thing that is. Thing. This is a bad word, but there is only God. There has never been anything else. And there's no other possibility. Yeah, because This is our nature. This is who we are. There is only you. And I'm reminding yourself that you are that, like my channel name, you are that, like you are the world, you are the universe, everything that is, you are. Direct manifestation of God as that what is. Boom. Wholeness. No separation. That which is now. Here and now. No past, no future. Not even the now, where somebody could be in. It's just that what is. And that's your nature. Hi, what's up? Top 5 XP? Yeah. Hello, welcome. Yes, so this is the whole effort of this channel, to remind you that who you really are. That's it. It's not about religion. It's not about esoteric spirituality and concepts about who you could be, or beliefs or theory, philosophy, psychological concepts. Yeah. Batman is good, yeah. Yeah, so it's not about anything. It's about absolute absence of every idea of who you are and who you are not. This is the nakedness of your nature. There is nobody who has an idea, I am that, I'm not this, this is real, this is unreal. But it's just the absence of this ego, the I, the person, just drops off. And then you are what you always have been and you always will be. Eternal life, existence itself. Batman, yeah. I will go as a Joker on Halloween. As I have the hair length now, almost. Yeah, I will do like this and go like Joker. Let's see if it will work. I will stream. Yeah. So Batman and Joker is both God, the same God, playing just this theater of the movie in two seemingly opposites of good energy, bad energy, but it's still the same, playing everything, yeah? The same about everything, about wars and everything in the manifestation of world and humanity, everything. Yeah. Are you guys asking questions? I don't know what the chat is about, like. It's no. Jesus didn't talk about hell or heaven, not in that sense, because there is only heaven, there is nothing else. There is only God, there is no heaven, not no hell, no heaven itself. Also, because those are just words, but you are that what heaven is, and there is nothing else. So Jesus was just a messenger of life in the purest form, talking about the nature of life in a very forgotten world. And he was completely misunderstood and crucified. There is no afterlife because there is no before life. There is no life here where there is no after. This is again a hell idea of an ego, of the devil, where the religion is giving you hope about afterlife. You just have to obey and pay to the religion so they can have power over you and use your soul. So the whole effort of religion, there's no afterlife because there's no life here and then after. There's only life. There's only life. There's everything that is life. Nothing else is. How do you know what you are speaking is just words? You know, how do you know? It's not about me that I know something. It's just knowing itself. Knowing is your nature. Knowing, like trust and knowing who you really are. And that is talking here. There is no ego anymore that has an idea of something, of whatsoever, from a book or from somebody else, from a religion or some concept. This is truth speaking here. And seemingly in the past, it never happened. There was an identification of an ego and the dream of separation, but this is not anymore. This never happened. Because there is only truth. Yeah. And I'm just reminding you guys on that there is only truth. Yeah, the science I can tell you exactly, because there is this, I don't know, how is it called in English, this double split experiment, you know that? Like they are accelerating the photons, particles through two holes, you know that? Yeah, it's not a mystery. It is the mystery for the scientifics, for the scientists, because they are identified with being a human trying to understand an outer world. And this is the illusion. This is the illusion. There is no here and subject and object world. This is the illusion. That's why the experiment they are doing is behaving in a one way. When they are observing the experiment, it's behaving one way. And when they are not observing the experiment, it's behaving the opposite way. So once this is a photon and once a wave. So this is like consciousness tries to understand itself. It's not possible. It's literally God trying to understand himself. Because you cannot not affect, because you are that what consciousness is. There is no I, no me. There's only manifestation of God. And that's the point about this experiment, that they will not understand it, because the less understanding is, you cannot understand it. Because there's nobody who needs to understand that. There is only consciousness, only life. That's why the experiment, because once the particle goes through one possible way when you observe it, and when you don't observe it, it goes all the ways, both, yeah? So that's like, I hope I not make any sense, because this is the crucial thing here. If I make any sense, then I'm doing my work wrong. God doesn't play dice, yeah. So that's the less stupidity that somebody could understand life. It's still the ego trying to understand, but it's all illusion, all dream. There's nobody who need to understand anything, because there is only life. And they are stuck in this mind. No, the evidence is just be and see what is. And then you are what you are, absolutely. There's no questioner, no questions anymore about what it could be, what is not, and all these questions, what is the world, is there God, is there creation? All those questions are coming out of the ego. Sorry guys, I have to. So my work is to confuse you, basically, because you will not understand yourself. How can you understand yourself? Just imagine, how can you understand what you are? That's the whole effort here. Yeah, being intellectual, what is being intellectual? Living in concepts, living in ideas. It's like when you stand in front of the door and then behind the door, everything is possible, yeah? Behind the door, every possible variation of manifestation is possible. Yeah? Just like imagination. But when you open the door, only one possibility of like particle wave, yeah? It's like the cat in the box is dead and alive and not existing. Everything will be there, no cat. But when you open it, you know, and that's why this experiment behaves like that. Yeah. Are you associated with any type of university or an organization? No. 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 Yeah. Enlightenment is what you are, because nobody gets enlightened. Never ever has been anybody enlightened. Not even Jesus, not even Buddha, not even Osho, no Ramana, Meister Eckhart. Nobody get ever enlightened. What can happen is just dissolving the idea of that somebody could be enlightened or not enlightened. This is the enlightened. Like when this idea of enlightenment or one who could be enlightened or not enlightened disappears, then enlightened is there, enlightenment. Yeah. What is your experience with spirituality? Yeah. Spirituality, you could say, it's another word, but they allow 1,000 concepts, thousand spiritual concepts about whatsoever, but those again are only concepts. You know? Yeah, what is your credibility as someone? Talk about, yeah. I don't know the word credibility. Yeah, Buddha was a prince and left his kingdom. Yeah, of course. So all this luxurious things and whatever he had just went for the search. gave up everything. Yeah, so saying you are enlightened, then you are certainly not enlightened. So you can possibly reach a state of enlightenment, but it's still bullshit and it's not what you are. It's still an identification. Somebody who reached a state of enlightenment and is claiming I'm enlightened, it's ego. It's just still a dream. Yeah. It's not about experience, that I have experienced something or somebody experienced something and talks about that. This is just life talking to itself. Not out of experience, just out of that what life is. That's it. There's no real experiencer of something. There is the experience, but there's no separation. No experiencer that experienced something. Yeah, seemingly in the dream, yes, but there's no real experiencer in separation to the experience or something else. This is still the dream. What? I wear glasses, yeah. Sometimes not because of the videos and the light, because it's reflecting. That's why I not always wear the glasses. Yeah, of course I can. I try my best, but yeah. So basically, this is it. What I mean with this is it. This what is here and now is everything that is. That's basically it. There's my whole effort here is just to point and remind you that you are already home, that you are already what you always have been and you always will be. And there are so many comments, guys. I just maybe lose some of them, but I try to answer all of them. Home is what you are. Yeah, absolutely. There is only you, which means there is no physical world. Because if you say there's a physical world, there's already separation, because there is something which exists by itself, and there has to be something else which is observing it, or which is inside that world, or besides the world, behind the world, beyond the world. It's all separation. I just want to point that there is just no separation at all. This is life here. This is life. Just this. So just the stillness of being. And this is it. There's nothing required, nothing needed, nothing to be understood. Just this what is. This ease of existence, just flowing. This is what you are. So home can only be what you truly are, because every other idea of or imagination of home will be separation. And every kind of separation is hell and duality, yeah? Okay, many comments, guys. I'm new to this. I have to somehow manage that. But if you can be maybe, yeah, more concrete, like not so, but it's okay. I just try my best. What is the difference between consciousness, awareness, and the self? I always point that there's no difference, because there's nothing that could be in comparison to something else. Yeah. So whatever is, you can only be that. Consciousness, awareness, what else do we have? There is only self realizing itself as that. Consciousness as that. Awareness. But the question is, who is aware of the awareness? Like in the cinema, like the projector projecting the light in the movie. So you are the projector where there is no beyond anymore, and out of the projector, which doesn't know itself, but it is what the projector is projecting the whole world and universe simultaneously, everything that is. This is your nature. The absolute projector, there's nothing more behind, nothing beyond, because you are that, but not knowing that I am this, identifying, but this is what you cannot not be, where there is no beyond anymore, which is every night shutting down everything, the existence, into nothingness, where there's no perception, the experience of anything. And then every morning, again, projection of the consciousness as world, as humanity. Yeah? This is deep, huh? Hey, what's up? Hi. Welcome to the stream. I'm home, there's nothing needed. Absolutely. You are home. This is home talking. Home to home. Yeah, absolutely. Does your stillness means balance like earth? The stillness is earth. There is no earth, but seemingly experience of the dream. Yeah, there is the dream of earth, and you are dreaming it. Yeah, the problem is that I'm talking here and you are writing, so the words, the most best direct communication is always being alive together. So I will for sure soon release offers for Zoom meetings, so we can talk with each other, so the energy can be more direct between us, seemingly, so we can talk and then have possibility to see us and talk live on camera, and then it will be more direct, more open, more more understandable in a way. So they are, yeah, because words and talking, there's there's no end to anything, because there's no beginning to whatsoever. And it's not a discussion, it's a self-talk. This is a self-talk. This is not like 10, 20 humans separate from each other are talking to each other. So wherever you guys are, whatever part of world you are now in, and I'm here, we are not separate. There is no real distance. It seems like that, but it's not real. It's just in a dream. But there's no real distance. We are all the same talking to each other. Self-talk. Self talks to itself. Wherever you are. Yeah, words are just words. It's like a invention of God to self-entertain. That's it. Yeah. And now those words are here maybe pointing on what you are. That's it. It's self-entertainment of God. Yeah, thank you, because you are talking to yourself. So here is you, what you truly are, without any disturbance, and you might be in a seemingly disturbance of not knowing who you are, but you still are what you are, maybe overlooking it. And this is the whole effort of this video, of this live stream, of this video I do, everything what I post. It's just to remind yourself. And every video I make, you are making for yourself. Otherwise, you will be not here. Otherwise, you will be not subscribing me, because this is the energy of you. You are talking to yourself to remind yourself that there is only you, no separation, no real human, no world, just you. Yeah. How to wake up from dream? Who is controlling? If I am dead, why can't I just wake up from this dream? What is here and now? This will sound very paradoxical, but this is true. Try to find the instance that asks all these questions. Try to find, be yourself, be authentic here and now, be what is. Just let everything be and see if there is really the instance that is asking the questions. You will not find this instance. And this is liberation. Yeah. I hug you eternally, of course. I learn English every day. I improve. I give my best. Yeah, good night, bro. Good night. Good night. Thank you for being here. It was a pleasure. Yeah, so just being, and then there's only that what is. Absolutely. But you will not find the instance who is asking a question. Who am I? What is this? How to wake up? Because the ego is asking these questions, and because it's asking these questions, the ego can survive, and this is the dream. Krishnamurti, I read him, I think so. Of course, yeah. But it's all the same. Krishnamurti, Osho, Ramana, whatsoever, it's all God pointing on God to himself, yeah. Yeah. There is only fun. So, you see, I just tell you something. Like, it's just a story because it never happened, but seemingly this awakening story of Lukasz was like 18 years of deepest impossible hell, yeah? Absolute hell. Suicide attempts, depressions, psychosis, mental hospital, whatsoever, absolute hell. But now I say, wow, it was a fucking adventure. It was nice. It was so hellish, so painful, so suffering. But it was the biggest adventure I could imagine. Otherwise, I would not play this possibility. But it never happened. The story is just a story. It never happened. Yeah, part of the journey. Yeah, but the journey, yeah, just like never happened because there's only this eternal now, but it's just a story. Yeah. But seemingly, yes, in this appearance, it was a seemingly past, but one can talk about, but it's just a story. You can talk about anything. It's not different from the story, you know? That's the thing. How do you find a grounding? I don't know the word. Grounding? What is that? You mean grounding? With air? I don't... Grounding. Ah, okay. Yeah, you cannot be not grounded. You cannot be not home. You cannot not be who you are. Namaste. Welcome. So, as there is only you, so this grounding could have two dimensions for me. Like grounding, you cannot be not grounded because you always are who you are. You're always God and love. But then grounding in the seemingly dream of humanity, this is a different topic. Like grounding, you know, for me, it sounds like being natural, living, you know, disciplined and going to nature and stuff like that. So taking care of the body, good nutrition, diet and stuff like that. Yeah. What I'm talking about is, it's, you are talking here, so you have to tell me. Yeah, exactly. You are like running away from yourself. I cannot still sit for 2 minutes because there are so many questions. I could, but I can't. Yeah, but this is who you are. Just this stillness, just being and doing nothing. This is my daily meditation when I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock, just looking out of the window, just being what is, coffee, no phone, nothing. But this is always, this stillness is always, it doesn't need like to be silent because it is the silence itself, yeah? Guys, are you interested like in Zoom meetings? Because like I said, the idea will be more direct energy exchange. There are no questions because there's no questioner, yeah? There's no questioner. And like Osho said, being without questions is the answer. You know, being without any questions is the answer. This is the answer here and now. No questions whatsoever, no questioner. This is the answer. This stillness, this presence, this what is. Yeah. Words can happen. If there's no thoughts or whatsoever is, it's okay. It's always okay because everything comes out of you, yeah? Yeah, YouTube happens. I enjoy it a lot. Look, YouTube, the videos, the streams here. For me, it's like the biggest passion. And this is also that I cannot avoid. Sir, we came to YouTube at this hour, so what are you looking forward to? Are you talking to me? Ah, okay. Movies, shows to watch? Oh, yeah. There's one movie I watched like many times. I write it. The Sunset Limited, absolute amazing movie. Tommy Lee Jones, Samuel L. Jackson. Okay. Yeah, so many movies. I really like the movie No Country for Old Men. You know that? It's a fucked up movie, psychopathic killers, but it's really nice made. I also have the book, really nice book. Many films, many movies. What do you guys recommend? Yeah. The best movie ever is the best here. This is the best movie, yeah? What is happening now? Handsome Boy. Yeah. This is the best movie ever that you are, by the way. This is the movie. You're the director, the actor, all figures, everything at once. Never ending, entertaining movie. Yeah. The Wind Rises. Okay, I will write it down. Castaway. Yeah, this is good. Yeah. Castaway is crazy. Castaway was good. Like in the end, he was crying and saying, I lost her twice. The wife. Yeah. This is crazy. Yeah. Also watched this movie like 5 times. Yeah, Tarantino movies. Many movies. Yeah. I really like the According to Jim. It's a series. It's an old one, but really nice, like a sitcom comedy. That's nice. Matrix. Everybody should have watched Matrix movie, at least the first one. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know The Experiment, the movie? Where they have this experiment in the prison where they are 2 groups of voluntaries going for being officers and the prisoners, and they completely escalates. Yeah. The Experiment. But I don't know what is coming now very soon. Like, I'm not into the cinema that much to know what is coming. Yeah. Yeah. There are no questions, but in the game of life, now here, like question, what movie do you like, or what do you recommend? So in the game of life, there are all kind of questions. This is how life plays itself. There is the seemingly appearance that wants to know something, but everything is already. Everything is already in the potential of God. Every possibility is already there. Everything is always. This is the point. Yeah, what I would like to watch is the new one, Naked Weapon or something, with the actor. How is the name of this? This will be fun. Yeah, I have to go to cinema tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, guys, any questions? Anything which wants to arise? Thank you for the likes. Subscribe if you like. The live streams are planned every day now, basically. But in this format, twice, 3 times a week, let's see. So there's open room for everything. Nice question. Yeah, I can tell you stories. So I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly. It doesn't matter. The chronicle order is not really important. But there was a time where I was studying in a university, and then I dropped this because it was not my thing, which was philosophy, by the way. And then I was like, I had to do something, so I worked. I went to work, and they fired me after 2 days because, yeah, I was there was a bad air going on. Yeah, this is Osho. There was a bad air. I was like coughing, and I felt really bad. So I went to the boss. I said, I cannot work here. And he said, the air is clean and stuff like that. So I said, no, the air is not clean. So I was in a discussion. So he fired me. It was a rainy day at night. My mother had to pick me up, and I was crying. I didn't know what to do. I had no money, nothing. My life was completely broken. Everything was like falling apart. Literally, I had no idea what to do, where to go, what to do, like nothing, no profession, no job. So at that night, when I slept in, I went to sleep. Suddenly, I woke up at middle of the night and was sitting, but my body was in the bed. This was the experience. So absolutely frightened, didn't know what it was absolutely crazy. So after waking up, the curiosity occurred in a way. What was that? What was that? What the fuck? Out of the body? Holy shit, what was that? Crazy. You can leave the body? What the fuck? So there was nothing else in my focus than astral projection. I discovered Robert Monroe. I discovered all those other guys, whatever, read those books and practiced it and thought, wow, you can leave the body? Holy shit, I am not the body. I can leave the body at night. So there was my whole life went after this question. What is this? You can leave the body and you can go to the astral world and flying through the whatever. So it was only that in the interest of Lukasz. I was not interested in anything else at that time. And I was practicing this astral projection. But the consequence was very bad. It was like so frightening and so hellish that I stopped it completely. Because at that time, I was, of course, identified with the body, But there was this energy, who am I, where I'm coming from, what is going on? You can leave the body, that's nice, wow, crazy. And the consequence was that I could not wake up in the morning. Like basically, literally, I was waking up, standing up, going to kitchen, make a coffee, talk to my family, sit down, and suddenly I was waking up again in the bed. And I was like, whoa, what the hell? Holy shit. Oh, this was a bad dream. So I was like, wow, this was crazy. And I stand up again, go to kitchen, make coffee, make breakfast, and then boom, suddenly waking up again in the bed, lying in the bed. Over and over and over. So there was an experience of not being able to wake up in the reality. And this was the consequence of this bullshit idea that I could leave the body, that I am here and I can leave the body. I'm not the body. So the consequence was the opposite of not being able to exist as this moment in the life. So it's a complete psychosis, complete absolute hell. Even the devil is scared of something like that. So yeah, that's just in the story. But of course, this is just a story. There is no real body, no body in the body that could leave the body. All this is not real. This is all believing idea. Bye. See you. Yeah, it's just a story. Yeah. So it was a part of awakening, seemingly, but it's just a story. There's no real being in astral world, and this world is different from our world or whatsoever. All those are spiritual ideas. There's only life. Life can play every possible possibility, yeah, but it's not real. You are not in the body to leave the body in at night or something. There is no soul. There are no souls, real souls, because this also would mean that there's a separation. One soul, two souls, over soul, higher soul, lower soul. Again, the devil is enjoying these ideas, yeah. There's not even one soul, because one soul would also be like a separation, because where there's one, there have to be two. Yeah. You mean this body here? This appearance from Germany, originally from Poland, living in Germany now. I've experienced thousands and thousands of psychoses, not only the astral projection and this hell, but many other psychoses. I've been 6 times in a mental hospital, killed myself many times, like suicide attempts. So yeah, I have experience with this a lot. There is no evil, there is nobody to be punished. It's another idea. There is no punishment, nobody can be punished about anything. It's all God playing everything. What happened when the body dies? Another body arises, seemingly, or something else will be experienced. You cannot not experience yourself. So another experience will come when the body dies, another body comes, or something else. Everything is possible. So we will experience yourself as something else, yeah? Are you happy, satisfied, content? Yeah. You are, that's what God is. So this is the eternal joy. But of course, in the appearance, there can be sadness, there can be rage, there can be grief or whatsoever. But it's just emotion and feeling which comes and goes. But the joy that I am, that you are, eternal life is eternal, that never ends, it has never begun. Unconditional love. How can I learn English use with you? Yeah, let's learn English together. Time machine, yeah. So everything is possible. So that's what you are, can experience everything. So you can dream yourself in 2000 years before or whatsoever, or in the future. Everything is possible. Like everything is always, every possible is everything always. Yeah. So everything is possible. There's nothing that is not impossible, so to say. There is no time. There is no time, as there is only this eternal now, which is manifestation of what you are. Getting a little bit tired. Yeah, we see your comments. It's all life that plays all these roles, yeah. And nothing ever happened. Nothing really happens. Nothing really happened. So yeah, it's just this what is. Here and now. Here and now, where no question is required, because the questioner is not there. The questioner is just not there. And in the absence of all questions and the questioner, you are the answer to every question. Every question. Because you are knowing itself. Knowing, absolute knowing. Yeah. And that's the absolute peace. You're the inner peace that cannot be disturbed, because you know that you are everybody and everything. So how can you be in conflict with yourself? How can you be in conflict with that what is? Because it is you. Yeah. That's the absolute freedom, absolute peace, undisturbed, eternal, unconditional peace, which nobody can take it away from you, because you are that. There is no heaven and hell real. There is nothing like that. And there's no belief in whatsoever. Thanks God that I don't need something like that, like a belief. See you, guy. Asfak. Asfak? Mohammed. See you next time. Thank you for being here. 17 likes, nice. Yeah. Questions, guys? No, you can't. That's the beauty, that you can't, because there's no you and there's no me. There's only peace. There's only peace. There's nothing else. All right. Have to play with the light. Maybe finding a next better spot. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Thoughts are on autopilot, like a damn radio. I can shut off, but just observe. It's distracting, can seem to just rest in stillness. Yeah, this. Yeah. Nobody is disturbed by thoughts because you are beyond thoughts. You are the thoughts in the way. Yeah. So there's no disturbance. If there is a thought or thoughts, it's okay. If there are no thoughts, it's the same. So there's no problem with thoughts whatsoever. If you just let it be and don't interact into the thought processes, because then you're identified, attached, and then you're suffering. Yeah. I try every day, but I cannot promise that because, yeah, I will try my best as much as I can, being live for you guys, so we can just, yeah, doing it regularly. So yeah, as much as I can, I will try my best to stream regularly live. Yeah. So this is the plan, for sure. The energy is here to do this, and yes. No, it's exactly the opposite. It's like the ego that you identify yourself with is thinking that this is a knowledge learned by some books or some content. And because one is identified with the body or the mind or whatsoever, and with the ego, with the human, then automatically everybody else is also a human who is having an ego, or all this concept. This is not true. This is just self-talk. You are talking here to yourself. Yeah, you are home. You are that what home is. And you can recognize it here and now, just being yourself, just being and seeing that what you are is beyond everything and unconditioned by just unconditional. This unconditional, what cannot not be, which is just by itself, just absolutely effortlessly, without any whatsoever. It's just this isness, this beingness. And that which is the stillness of mind. And then it's clear, this guys, I feel really tiredness coming here now, so I will end the stream. So my eyes are like closing suddenly. So yeah, thank you for being here again. It was a pleasure. And yeah, if you're continuing doing this, John, I will ban you from the chat. And yeah, thank you for being. Was a pleasure, and see you next time. Or not, we don't know what comes, so but everything is always okay. Everything is always absolute whole. Okay, guys. See ya.